You know that moment. You're texting back and forth like usual. Nothing dramatic, nothing obviously romantic, but somehow it doesn't feel casual anymore. She remembers the tiny thing you said 3 weeks ago. She notices when your energy is off before you mention it. She finds reasons to keep the conversation going when it could have ended 10 minutes ago. And when you pull away a little, even by accident, something in the connection shifts. And you feel it. You start thinking, wait, is this still just friendship? Am I reading too much into this? Why does this feel different now? Why does it feel like there's something unspoken here? Here's the truth most people get wrong. The clearest sign she wants more than friendship usually isn't flirting. It isn't jealousy. It isn't even physical touch. It's emotional investment. That's the part most people miss. You're not crazy for noticing it. You're not making something out of nothing. And this is not one of those situations where you need to ignore your instincts just to seem chill. If she starts investing in the connection in ways that go beyond convenience, beyond boredom, beyond surface-level attention, something deeper is usually happening beneath the surface. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to tell the difference between a woman who enjoys your company and a woman who is quietly becoming emotionally attached to you. Let's get into it. Most people think romantic interest starts with obvious moves. A look, a compliment, a late-night text, a little playful tension. But the real truth is deeper than that. Real attraction, especially the kind that could actually become something meaningful, usually starts in the nervous system before it ever becomes clear in words. Her mind might still call it friendship. She might even be trying to keep it there. But her emotional patterns start telling the truth first. The way she turns toward you changes. The way she tracks you changes. The way your presence affects her changes. Because when someone wants more than friendship, they stop relating to you like you're just available. They start relating to you like you matter. That's a big difference, man. Attachment works like this. When someone begins to feel safe, curious, and emotionally pulled toward you, they don't just want access to your time. They want access to your inner world. And when that starts happening, the signs are rarely loud. They're subtle, consistent, real, like scar tissue forming in reverse. Not distance building slowly over 100 missed moments, but connection building slowly over 100 tiny ones that keep getting answered. So if you want to know whether she wants more than friendship, stop asking whether she's acting romantic. Start asking whether she's becoming emotionally invested, because that's the sign beneath all the other signs. And here's what that looks like. 1. She remembers what most people forget. This matters. Most people in relationships, or on the edge of one, assume attraction shows up in big gestures, big compliments, big signals, big moments. But most real connection starts smaller than that. It starts in what someone stores about you when they don't have to. That's the deeper truth here. When she wants more than friendship, your words don't just pass through her, they land. Her nervous system tags things about you as emotionally relevant. That's why she remembers the tiny detail about your job interview, the weird story about your brother, the food you said you hated when you were 12, the song you mentioned once in passing. She's not collecting facts. She's building a map of you. And that map means something. Because most couples, and most almost couples, miss this completely. They think closeness is built by intensity, but intimacy is usually built in the 30-second moments. The moments where someone silently says, "What matters to you matters to me." So the disconnecting version sounds like this. You, "Yeah, I've been stressed about that thing this week." Her, "Oh right, I forgot. Anyway." But the connecting version sounds like this. You, "Yeah, I've been stressed about that thing this week." Her, "I know, you said Thursday was the day you were worried about. How did it go?" Feel the difference. One response hears you, the other holds you. And when she does that consistently, something in you relaxes without you even realizing it. That's when the connection stops feeling casual and starts feeling like presence. 2. She creates reasons to stay in the moment. Here's the part no one talks about. Most people think a woman wants more than friendship when she tries to impress you. But a much stronger sign is when she keeps extending the connection for no obvious reason. Not dramatically, not desperately, just naturally, quietly, again and again. Because emotionally invested people linger. That's the truth beneath the surface. When she wants more than friendship, she doesn't just respond to you. She stretches the interaction. She adds one more question, one more joke, one more thought before bed, one more reason not to let the moment end yet. Her system is saying, "I like being here with you. Don't leave this too fast." Not louder attention, not forced flirting, not random mixed signals, but a consistent desire to remain emotionally connected just a little longer. That's different. Most couples and most people in relationships miss how revealing this is. Because when someone feels drawn to you, they start turning toward the bond itself. They stop treating connection like a transaction and start treating it like a place they want to stay. So the disconnecting version looks like this. You. All right, I should let you go. Her. Yeah, okay, night. But the connecting version sounds more like this. You. All right, I should let you go. Her. Okay, wait, one more thing. Did you ever end up talking to your dad about that? Or, her. Also, send me that song before you disappear. That's not accidental. That's emotional gravity. And when you feel someone gently resisting the end of a moment with you, the walls between you start to come down without either of you having to say a word. 3. She starts letting you see the unfiltered version. This is where it gets really interesting. Most people in relationships think attraction is about putting your best foot forward. Looking good, sounding good, keeping it light. But the real shift happens when someone starts lowering the mask. That's when it gets real. Because when she wants more than friendship, she doesn't just want to be liked by you. She wants to be known by you. And those are not the same thing. Her attachment system begins testing whether your connection can hold more truth, more honesty, more of her actual emotional life. That can look soft. It can also look messy. She tells you when she's off. She lets you see the insecurity beneath the confidence. She admits when something hurt. She shares a story she wouldn't tell just anybody. Her inner voice is quietly asking, if I show you more of me, will you stay warm or will you pull back? That question is huge. Most couples never realize how much intimacy is built in those moments. Because what looks like oversharing is often not oversharing at all. It's trust trying to form. It's someone placing a small piece of their real self in your hands and watching what you do with it. So the disconnecting version sounds like this. Her. I've just been feeling weird lately. You. You're probably overthinking it. But the connecting version sounds like this. Her. I've just been feeling weird lately. You. Talk to me. What's been sitting on you? Bro, that changes everything. Because that response doesn't just solve a moment. It creates safety. And that's the shift that turns a connection from surface-level chemistry into something emotionally available and alive. 4. She notices when you pull away. And this is the one most people never figure out. Most people assume if she notices your distance, it means she's being clingy. But that's a shallow read. The deeper truth is that people only register emotional drift when the connection matters to them. Let that sink in. If she wants more than friendship, your withdrawal lands differently. A slower reply, a flatter tone, less presence, less warmth. She feels it. Not because she's dramatic, not because she needs constant reassurance, but because her nervous system has started calibrating to you. Your energy affects her now. That's a sign. Most people in relationships don't understand this because they wait for grand confessions instead of watching for subtle attunement. But when someone becomes emotionally invested, they start sensing changes before they can explain them. Like a smoke detector that can't tell the difference between a little smoke and a full fire, the system still goes off. Something in her quietly registers, did I lose him a little? So the disconnecting version looks like this. You get distant for a few days. Her says nothing, acts exactly the same, doesn't seem to care. But the connecting version sounds more like this. You get distant for a few days. Her. You've been a little off. Are you good? Or, her. I don't know why, but you feel far away lately. That's not just observation. That's attachment. Not possession, not pressure, not a demand for control, but an emotional system that has started making room for you. And when someone notices your absence that precisely, you stop feeling like background noise and start feeling like someone they're turning toward for real. 5. She starts caring how you see her. But here's what nobody explains. Most people think this only shows up as trying to look attractive. And sure, sometimes it does. But the deeper sign is emotional image, not just physical image. She starts caring what kind of woman you experience her as. That's different. When she wants more than friendship, she isn't only hoping you enjoy being around her. She begins hoping you understand her correctly. She wants you to see her heart, her intentions, her softness, her depth. If you misread her, it affects her more than it should in a purely platonic dynamic. Why? Because when someone is becoming attached, being seen matters more. What you think of her starts carrying emotional weight. Her internal monologue becomes, "No, that's not what I meant. I want him to get me." That's not casual. Most couples miss this because they think closeness is about constant agreement. It's not. It's about accurate emotional seeing. And when someone starts wanting that from you, they're already investing beyond friendship. So the disconnecting version sounds like this. You're kind of cold sometimes. Whatever, think what you want. But the connecting version sounds like this. You're kind of cold sometimes. I'm really not trying to be. I just shut down when I feel awkward. That's different. See it? She's not just defending herself. She's inviting you to understand the truth beneath the surface. And when that starts happening, your partner, or the person who may become one, stops feeling like a mystery to decode and starts feeling like a person becoming real in front of you. 6. She responds to your emotional bids, not just your words. Here's what changes everything. Most people think connection is built through big conversations. The deep talk, the late-night confession, the serious "where is this going" moment. But that's not where the bond is actually built most of the time. It's built in bids, tiny ones, a joke, a pause, a shift in tone, a random photo sent in the middle of the day, a sentence that means, "Come be in this moment with me." Relationship research talks about these as bids for connection, those small attempts to reach toward each other emotionally, and whether the other person turns toward or away from them. And when she wants more than friendship, she starts answering your bids differently. That's the key. Most people in relationships overlook this because it feels too small to matter. But small moments are where emotional trust forms. If she responds not just to the literal content of what you say, but to the feeling under it, that's huge. That means she's tracking your inner world, not just managing conversation. So the disconnecting version sounds like this. Long day. Damn. Anyway, did you watch that show? But the connecting version sounds like this. Long day. Yeah? What happened? Or even, you sound drained. Want a vent or want distraction? Man, that's emotionally mature. This isn't a communication hack. This is what people naturally do when they are becoming deeply present with someone. When they feel the connection. When they want repair instead of drift. When they want closeness, not just contact. And when she starts meeting the feeling under your words, that's when friendship begins turning into something that feels like home. 7. She makes the connection feel exclusive without saying so. This is the deepest sign. Most people think exclusivity starts after a conversation, after a label, after somebody finally says what this is. But emotionally, exclusivity often starts long before that. It starts when a person begins treating the bond with you as distinct, special, not in a loud way, in a real way. When she wants more than friendship, the connection begins to have a private texture, shared references, shared language, small rituals, certain things she only tells you, certain parts of her day she specifically wants to bring to you. It's not always official, but it becomes emotionally set apart. That matters. Because most people in relationships assume commitment starts with words, but beneath the surface, it often starts with patterning, with repeated turning toward, with quiet preference, with a subtle sense that this connection is not interchangeable. So the disconnecting version looks like this. She talks to you the same way she talks to everyone. Same energy, same openness, same effort. But the connecting version feels more like this. She sends you the photo first. She tells you the story before anyone else. She says, "I knew you'd get why this was funny," or "I haven't told anyone this yet." That's not just closeness, that's emotional choosing. And when someone starts making your connection feel like its own little world, that's when she stops feeling like a friend you happen to have chemistry with, and starts feeling like someone who is becoming part of your heart in a very real way.